Recently, I put up a video. It was really just a stream that was captured on the PS4, where I was just kind of going over my gripes with Dead or Alive 6, and it was kind of I knew right when it was announced that it didn't look right. I knew something was off, and I couldn't really tell what it was. I knew that I was kind of upset they were making a new Dead or Alive and not just putting out more content for 5, but I do want to say that as far as gameplay goes, a lot about Dead or Alive has been improved. It might not be that noticeable to the casual eye, but the more I play it, the more I realize it has improved in a lot of ways. But still, with a lot of the game lacking, a lot being taken out, and that's a theme that we're seeing with fighting games right now, is content being taken out for the casuals with a better focus on the hardcore elements, and the game being basically shipped pretty bare bones. Luckily now at least games come with story modes. But here's my problem with story modes. I've made a whole video on story modes in fighting games before, and I even talked about Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. Single player wise in general. Now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is out, so I can add even more to that conversation and say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate did a fantastic job with single player content, so it's completely fine. Though I don't know, I think I might have enjoyed something like Subspace Emissary a little bit more anyway, but considering how better and revamped the classic mode is now, I can't be upset, because that's the biggest thing I want to advocate for when talking about single player content in fighting games. Make the arcade mode good again. Okay? Give me a reason to beat the game as every character and not just sit on one character grinding them out. Give me a reason to learn the whole roster. Give me backstory and origin information. And one of my biggest fucking complaints about Dead or Alive 6 is that in the story mode, the story tries to explain a lot about characters like Mary Rose, Hanukkah, and I think it's the guy's name like Radu or Redaro or something. He's the demon guy who's like a cyborg. He was the boss in the first Dead or Alive, and now he's back as a cyborg. He was put in him and like Neo Tengu and like Mary Rose and Hanukkah. They're all added in over time in Dead or Alive 6. Some of them being DLC characters, some of them being added in last round, you know, the later editions and stuff like that, like the PS4 version and stuff. And my biggest concern and complaint about that is that the game only comes with 2 new characters, and while the story mode does focus on them a little bit extra as well, I feel like I don't want a story mode that focuses on a few characters, and with like the ninja stuff in the background, DOA tech stuff in the background too. You know, 5 had a pretty decent story. I enjoyed it. 6 was pretty much just 5 story all over again, but you know, a different story. But as far as like the mechanics and the story and the gameplay and the quality of the cutscenes and all that stuff, it was all basically the same. The same level of goofiness. And let me tell you, turn those Japanese voices on immediately. That's the way Dead or Alive was before 5. You know, they didn't really get English voices until like 5. So why would you ever use the English voices? You know, the old school way, if you've played it on Dreamcast and you play it on Xbox, you know, the original Xbox, you played it with Japanese voices. So turn that on immediately, because they're all the same voice actors reprising their roles. So you need to listen to those people, okay? That doesn't make any sense to me to listen to new voices. It's like the same with Street Fighter. Why would you want to listen to Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li in English when they were in Japanese your entire life? And you could hear those same voice actors from the Super Nintendo games fucking speaking full-on lines. So no. Use the Japanese voices, please and thank you. Anyway, but the thing is, you know, it's a lot better than having characters from the last game being thrown into the story mode because they were all added in later editions or DLC, and they weren't really a part of the story mode at first. Just give them fucking arcade endings. Dead or Alive 2 had it. Dead or Alive 3 had it, and Dead or Alive 4 had it. You know what's fun? Now, let's be real. Dead or Alive 4's endings were kind of silly. A lot of them were just basically just a reason to show characters like Helena and Hitomi in their underwear or less. So, I mean, I'm not going to pretend Dead or Alive is some sophisticated game with interesting backgrounds and stories, but you can do these moments where certain characters have fun endings and certain characters have more serious endings. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So you can do silly and you can do fun and you can have a good time and also teach people about the character with like an origin story. That's something that is important that was in every fighting game, and up until very recently, it's gone. Tekken Tag 2 still had character endings for all those characters in Tekken Tag 2 because there was no story mode. Now, in Tekken 7, there's a story mode that's not very good, that no one liked, and there's no arcade mode endings. You know, and this is a theme that's happening. There's no arcade mode endings for Street Fighter. There is, but they're very lame. They're just like a few pictures. It's like a comic book thing. It's very stupid and lazy. You know, I understand Street Fighter V decided to put in 5 different arcade routes based off different games and where characters were at that time. And so making videos for Ryu for all 5 games and then making... Oh wait, and I think it counts Alpha too, so that's like 6 games. And so making it like an ending for all those characters and multiple endings for every character, I understand that's really dumb. But I'm just saying, you could do something. You could at least do endings for Street Fighter V where they have full motion video endings. And then what's fun is that you can do more endings for characters that are DLC added in later. You know, something I like about Smash Bros. Is that in Smash Bros. Ultimate, when Piranha Plant came out, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. He's going to have his own new, unique classic mode. And so will Joker when he comes out. So that's really exciting. You know, that's something that, like, I actually can't wait to play as Joker in the classic mode, because I bet you they're going to play Persona 5 songs in, like, every match. And they're going to there's going to be some weird theme with, like, stealing or something. And maybe you have to fight other characters who are supposed to be sneaky, like Snake, you know. That could be fun. So yeah, I really would really enjoy that. And that, again, you don't need to make a story mode that makes characters like Hanukkah and Mary Rose thrusted upon these other characters who are like demons and stuff just to incorporate everyone. You know, to me that's just really silly. Instead, just give them their own special character endings in arcade mode. This is something I talk about in that other video I did, and I just think, like, I just don't understand. It's by far, I said it, I think I said in this video, imagine Dragon Ball FighterZ, instead of doing a stupid story mode that wasn't even fun, if you just got the like endings for every single character. Marvel vs. Capcom doesn't have this shit either. And to be fair, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was one of the first games I can remember, besides Soul Calibur 5, that really started to do this shit, where they just completely made arcade mode pointless, and there's no reward for playing arcade mode basically at all. It's, you know, it's totally pointless. So, and those could have really benefited in a game like Marvel vs. Capcom. But imagine if there was endings for a game like Dragon Ball Z. You know, if you're, instead of making all those fucking cutscenes, just don't make the fucking cutscenes. You know, even Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, that game had moments of the story that I actually enjoyed. There's parts of but it was all in cutscenes. The actual gameplay itself, it's not fun. Fighting game story modes are just never fun. They're never, like, challenging enough. I think Mortal Kombat and Justice found such an amazing sweet spot with having the combat still be kind of fun. But part of that is because it's got to be easy enough for you to learn the character. And the game's just kind of diverse and unique enough to where learning every single character is a lot of fun. And it doesn't work in a lot of other fighting games where the characters are more unique, less, you can't just pick up every single character the same way, and when it forces you to play a character you're not very good with in a match up that is hard, it's kind of like, okay, I don't know how to play as Guile though, I guess you just hold down back and shoot sonic booms. It's a lot easier in a game where characters play more universally, like a game like Smash Bros. Brawl, for example. With Subspace Emissary, it was easier to pick up every character. Same with a game like if they wanted, or with like Mortal Kombat and Injustice, where You know, you don't have to rely on like if you can do a charge projectile or something like that, or learn very specific intricate strings to win the story mode. It just doesn't work. You know, it really doesn't work. At Marvel's Capcom, it kind of worked. Characters don't play that unique. Characters like Chun-Li, for example, who should have charge attacks, just have like quarter forwards. Though granted, she does in Street Fighter V as well. She has quarter forwards for her kick move now, but that wasn't really a charge move anyway. But either way, yeah. So it could work in Marvel's Capcom, and I think Marvel's Capcom was one of the better examples. But even then, you know, if Marvel's Capcom 3 and Marvel's Capcom Infinite just had specific endings for characters, it would have just been a lot better. And I'm saying like and I know like those games have a lot of characters, but think about this. Think about how the length of the story mode and all the time going to those cutscenes. There was totally be like a 3-minute long cutscene for every single character. That's not even a problem. That's so easy. That's so easy to do. You don't have to make these cutscenes super crazy, you know? And it just give me a reward for beating the arcade mode, or else there's no point to doing it because it's not that fun. So please, like, give me something to do. And another reason why I wanted to make this video in particular is not just because I want to rehash over something I already said and then say, look, Dead or Alive's not doing it. But to me, it's still important to get that out there that, you know, hey, I'm talking about this, and fighting games need to do this shit. They need to care and cater to the casual market. But also, they're trying to cater to the casual market, and they're just doing a bad job. You know, do what you used to do. It was honestly amazing. It was super fun. Gave me a reason to beat the game as every character. I don't need to play a story mode if I could just beat the game as every character and fucking enjoy it. If you give me a reason to beat the game as every character, I fucking will. That's what I did in Tekken 3. That's what I did in Tekken 4. That's what I did in Tekken 5. Okay? That's what I did in Street Fighter 4. That's what I did in that's what I do in every fighting game. I beat arcade mode with every character. In Dead or Alive 6, I'm trying to beat the game as every character, and I'm kind of like forgetting which ones I've done it with. And I'm also like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. I was having a hard time beating the game on the hardest difficulty with characters I'm not good with. And I realized if I just want to play as Hitomi or Ayane again, I can. Or, you know, I don't have to beat the game as every character because there's no reason to. There's no reward for it. I'm just doing it to amuse myself, which is bad. You should not force players to amuse themselves. They should do that on their own because they want to explore the game. I'm not doing this to explore the game. I'm doing this just because I'm bored with the arcade mode. That's bad. I shouldn't have to make my own fun. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this video, though, besides all that, is because recently I've been playing Smash with my friends, and we had a group of 3, which means we had the whole idea of, do we switch off 1v1? Do we use an AI for teams? Terrible idea. Or do we just play 3-player? And it's way less serious. It cannot be a serious match in 3-player. And we played a lot in 3-player, which I found to be very enjoying. I very much enjoyed it. However, I won the majority of those matches. I played one serious game 1v1 with my main against someone who was using their main, and I've never fought anyone using that character before, and lost. And he said, you know, he basically said, like, he was trying to point out how good the character was, and said, you beat me every time we 1v1, and, you know, I beat you, so this should show you how good the character is. And I was like, kind of like, yeah, but I'm just not really in the mindset right now, because we just keep playing these 3-player matches, and I'm honestly having a good time playing 3-player matches. And it's like, the thing is that I always enjoyed playing Smash the wrong way. But that's the thing. I'm talking about the quote-unquote wrong way. There is no actual wrong way to play the game. It's made to be fun. That's why there's 8 players and more than 4 players. You know, and I watch Maximilian. I talk about him constantly in these videos. And the way he will play Smash with like 6 players, items on, he'll go online playing as Kin. He's like, I don't care if Kin's not a viable character. I don't care. If I can win with them, then I don't fucking care. I want to play as Kin. I want to have fun. It's fun. It's supposed to be stupid. It's not supposed to be for real. A lot of it, and the thing is, a lot of those games, that game is fun if no one takes it seriously. And the problem is, I took it a little bit seriously, got a little bit better than everyone else, and now a lot of my friends are trying to get better. And I'm happy that I'm still better than a lot of them, but at the same time, I don't always want to play 1v1 with no items. In fact, I think Smash Ultimate has some of the best items to date. And I used to play Brawl with items on, and you can call me a casual, you can call me anything you want. I really enjoyed playing Brawl with items on. I really enjoyed Brawl. Now, did I have to play as characters like Squirtle and Toon Link to make the game work for me because the game was too slow? Yes. Yes, I had a hard time playing as characters who were bigger. I couldn't even like play as Marth the way I used to, really. But I moved on. I had more fun. Now when I play Smash 1v1 with someone, I look at all the character choices and I'm like, you know what? I the way this character works, I'll probably never use his playstyle in a serious 1v1 match because I don't want to do this certain gimmick that you're supposed to do with this character. I don't want to do this thing or that. And it's like, it shouldn't matter. I should be able to play the character wrong and still have fun. And I understand that that's not, if you want to get really good at the game, but and I am, I'm good enough. And the thing is like I said, I'm better than most of my friends. But the thing is like, it doesn't matter. The game is still fun when you play it quote unquote wrong. To me, I think the game is a ton of fun, and I don't mind losing matches. When and that's another, because when I lose matches 1v1, I get mad, and I'm like, damn it, like. I need to focus. Like, I'm not focused enough. I know I could have won, but I did something stupid. And my friends are trying a lot harder than me, and I'm not trying hard enough because I just don't care. And I just rather talk about, I want to talk about, like, they just did the whole crew battle of Melee versus the rest of the Smash players. And it's like, that's really fun and cool. And I can't believe Ultimate has come to the point where we can do stuff like this. Like, that's so dope. And I want to talk about that stuff while playing. I want to have a good time and have fun. And I'm getting like smoked by one of my friends because I'm just like, I have to play for real. And it's like, that's why I have to, when I play online, you do that. And then like when I'm playing fighters and I'm getting so stressed out, I play like 2 whole matches of fighters and then turn the game off and play Kirby right after because I'm so fucking stressed with fighters that I'm like, I don't even want to look at Goku right now. Like, I don't want to look at Goku. And that's the thing. Like, fighting games are stressful, and I want to have a good time. I'm trying to have a good time, and I feel like I'm being attacked right now. It's like, so I think that it's good that I just want people to remember that fighting games are not totally hardcore. They're meant to be made for all parties, and it's okay if you don't play the game right. You can still enjoy the game that way. And in fact, if you go online and play ranked, you can probably still win and get to like silver rank or whatever. Get to a good rank. Get to like Dragon Ball FighterZ. I haven't played the online in a while, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm like Supreme Kai or something, and it's like, yeah, so whatever, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I feel good about that, and I don't play the game right, and I play against a lot of people who actually do insanely long, crazy combos, and I still beat them, and I feel good about that. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't play the game right. You can still enjoy the games casually, and like I talk about fighting games on my videos so often because I love them, and the thing is, I love them, and I will watch them, and I will learn the more intricate tricks and techniques, and I will know what the names are. I will know how they do them, and I just won't do them myself. Because I can't, and I'll just still enjoy the game. It doesn't matter, and that's the thing. If you want to enjoy a variety of games, if you want to get really good at a game, you have to focus on that game. other fighting games will start falling by the wayside. I want to soak in all the content. I want to play all of these different games. So all my friends are literally, I have friends who practice Smash literally every day, who still play Smash to this day every day, even though it's been months since it's come out. And I still play Smash a lot too, but with them. You see what I'm saying? When I'm not with them, then I'm playing Dead or Alive, and I'm going to buy Mortal Kombat 11. There's no fucking question. Are you kidding me? Mortal Kombat, I've bought every Mortal Kombat game since Deadly Alliance, okay? And so I bought 9, yes. I bought Injustice. It seemed like a dream game to me because I loved Mortal Kombat 9 so much. Then I bought Mortal Kombat 10, was incredibly impressed and fell in love with that game too. And I could still play that and go back to Mortal Kombat 9 and have a good ass time because they're kind of a lot different actually. And then when Injustice 2 came out, like that's probably one of the best things NetherRealm's ever done. And now it seems like all the best elements from Injustice 2 are going to be bleeding into Mortal Kombat 11. So hell yeah, I'm buying Mortal Kombat 11. Are you fucking kidding me? You have to be stupid to think I'm not going to play it just because I want to play Smash. But I'm going to keep playing Smash because I played Smash 4 the entire time I was playing all these other games too. I'd always go back to it. But I want to play it when my friends are over and I'm having a good time. Even if I'm good at the game, I don't want to sit there and practice and play it. I don't want to focus on being a hardcore fighting game player. I want to play all the fighting games casually and enjoy them that way. And the thing is, it comes to the question of, do you have fun when you aren't dominating? Do you have fun if you're not just like crushing? Do you have fun if you're not winning? The thing is, I normally win a lot of the time because I'm not pushing myself to play against really good people. If I play against a lot better people, I'm not going to win. And I'm at the only game where I've really got to the point where I'm playing against people who are really challenging me and pushing me to get better and still overcoming, but maybe not every single match, would be Dragon Ball FighterZ, where the game is casual enough in its gameplay style to where almost anyone can pick it up and get really, really good at it really fast. The mechanics are simple, but intricate. It's one of those perfect games that's easy to pick up but hard to master. And I've become I love that game to death. And the thing is that's like, yes, that's one of the only examples of a game where I've come really far and feel like I'm actually pretty good at playing fighting games. And then that, of course, and when I played Street Fighter V Online, I really, really enjoyed it. Street Fighter V is another great game to start with. I only say 5 because 4 is kind of dead now. Otherwise, 4 would be just as applicable. You could just play 4 online. But 5, I feel like that was a game I had a really lot of fun playing online. And I started to get really into online fighting, and I would play Dead or Alive online and Tekken 7 online and all that stuff. And that's all good, but, the thing is that those modes need to exist. Hardcore elements need to be catered to, no matter what kind of game it is. That is why in single-player games there is a hard mode, because you can play the game on hard because you're hardcore. If you want to play a shooter, you have a rank system for a reason, but you also have silly stuff. Halo 3 had everything. Like when I play fighters, if I'm having a hard time and I'm upset, then I have to switch to like a different game on my Switch or some shit and just turn off my PlayStation and not play Dragon Ball Z. If I'm having a hard time in Halo 3 as a kid, playing the rank matches, if I'm getting pissed off and sad, I could turn on Action Sack. Or I could even turn on Team Doubles. I could turn on just a different game mode like SWAT. I could do so many different game modes and have a ton of fun. Play Big Team Battle. It makes Halo turn into a completely brand new different game. But while at the same time, I'm still freshening up on the game's mechanics. I'm still playing the game, learning to shoot and learning to kill and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other games like Overwatch and fighting games, it's like, what do I do when I'm getting pissed off? At least with Smash, I used to play World of Light when I was getting pissed off, but now, what do I do when my friends are over and they just want to do 1v1s and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to play this anymore. I want to play items on, crazy maps, stage hazards on, everyone playing at the same time. I want to have fun. Games are meant for fun. They're not meant for this. They're meant to be fun. So, yes, cat. So just to recap, nothing wrong with having fun in a fighting game. Nothing wrong with having fun by taking the game very seriously and trying to get as good as possible. There's nothing wrong with, you know, being very hardcore and going to a tournament. I've done that and plan on going back. But at the same time, I think it's important to make room for casual play in all games. And Smash is great because you can add casual play with versus mode and not versus mode. But even pro players play crew battles and shit like that. You know why? You know why you play crew battle? Because it's fun. That's why. You know, why did Tekken and Dead or Alive always have team mode and Dead or Alive always had tag mode and there's also Tekken tag games and stuff? Because it's fun. That's why. Because is it less serious? Yeah. But is it more fun? Yeah. Is it more casual? Yeah. But is it a ton of fucking fun? Yes. Yes, it is. All that stuff's fine. Include a bunch of content, please. Please, just include a bunch of content. And you know what? Let's be real. If Tekken 7 if it didn't have a story mode, but had endings for every character in arcade mode, I would have thought it was a much better game. If it had a Tekken Force mode like Tekken 3 and 4 had, that would have been fucking amazing. That would have been goddamn amazing right there. So, yeah, can we just have stuff like that, please? Can we just please have stuff like that again? When fighting games were just fun, and you had fun playing them, and you didn't need a competitive scene to enjoy a game. We've gotten so good at making fighting games competitive that even Dead or Alive seems like a fucking great game to play competitively with your friends. It seems like really intense and real, while being super flashy at the same time. So, let's make those games, and then just don't only ship them with online and story mode. Cut the story mode. Just get rid of it. No one plays it. No one likes it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless your name is NetherRealm Studios, don't fucking do it. Like I said, it kind of works in Mortal Kombat thanks to the design of the story mode plus the design of the gameplay philosophy. It could work in a game like Dragon Ball FighterZ, and it could work in a game like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but they didn't do them very well. They did these weird things. I think FighterZ was onto something with letting you choose what characters you took along the way. I think they honestly fucked up with the levels and leveling up. I thought that would be a lot of fun and add replayability to the story mode. It actually was the worst thing about the story mode because it basically made it to where I couldn't even use a lot of the characters. And it would have been more fun if I could pick characters I felt were appropriate for the matches. And also would have been better if they could have found a way to include more of the characters into the story mode. Goku Black and Beerus aren't in it at all. Same with Future Trunks and Team Gohan, so it's just really weird. There could have been funner ways to introduce those characters, maybe with time stuff. But whatever. So anyway, it's whatever. This is just my ramblings, random vlog about enjoying casual sides of games. And Dead or Alive used to be a super fun casual game, and I think I honestly enjoy the direction it's going in. But please don't remove the content that makes it fun. Keep that content in, Keep that content in and make it a lot of fun. And also, for fuck's sake, fix the fucking broken unlocking costumes thing. No one's happy about this. No one's happy about this. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I don't want to ramble too much more. But yeah, let's make casual games fun again. What the fuck?